Hello, Black women. Hello, friends. I am in Mauritius. I'm on an island east of Madagascar in the Indian Ocean. It's a beautiful day, and the birds are chirping, and the breeze is blowing. And all I can think about is how do we get more Black women to do this? So today, I want to tell you, I want to explain to you why, if you think you want a career break, right, why you actually need a career break, okay? Why it's not just some frivolous wish. Why it's not just some, oh, it would be nice if, what, right? I want to talk to you about why it's an actual need, okay? But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Stephanie Perry. I'm a house sitter. I'm the creator of House Sitter School and the co-creator of Exodus Summit, and I help Black women take sabbaticals and career breaks. I help Black women bop around as a nomad. I help Black women move abroad, start house sitting, all while embracing ease. If any of these things sound good to you, doesn't have to be even all of them, but just if any of these things sound good to you, make sure that you hit the subscribe button on this channel. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna wait for you. Thank you, okay? And then turn on notifications. Ring the notification bell so that you will be notified when I post a new video or when I go live. Welcome. You can really hear the birds. I don't know, I swing around, show you a little bit. I'm inside of the condo complex in my Airbnb in Mauritius, so you can't see the beach, but it's just over there. It's right there. And like I said, I've been sitting out here this morning. The housekeeper just left, and I've been sitting out here thinking, how do we get more Black women to do this? I open up my phone, and I see two different Black women who I take the credit for out doing this. The first is Dr. Crystal Harris. Crystal is in the UK right now. Crystal from Chicago is in the UK right now, house sitting for two dogs on like an estate in a small town in the UK, going to pubs for dinner, walking the dogs, playing with the dogs, just enjoying some peace of mind. And I love that for her. And I want more of that for us. I'm technically not on a career break. I run a business, and I'm working while I'm here in Mauritius, but you know, I work a few hours a week. The rest of the time is mine. And so even though I'm not technically on a career break, I am traveling full time, and I've been traveling full time since 2015, basically. And those 8.5 years of full-time travel have also given me some peace of mind, have helped me to find out who I really am, have helped me shed a whole lot of the parts of me that were put on me externally by Black excellence, by capitalism, by American BS, right? By the Christian church, by whatever, you name it, right? I have shed it. And that's because I've had a whole lot of time in my adult life where I wasn't obligated to anybody else, right? Whole lot of time in my adult life that was not in service of other people. This is a thing I want to spread for Black women. I want us to take a whole lot of time in our adult lives where we're the priority. And the career break is an amazing jumpstart for that. Jumpstarted me. I started with a career break in 2015 when I was a hospital pharmacy technician. I made $22 an hour, and I worked night shift in a hospital, and I saved up the money to travel for 1 year. I saved up $14,400 to travel for 1 year in Southeast Asia. I went to Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, and I did that initially just so that I could see some pretty parts of the world, right? At one time, it ended up being transformative. It changed my whole life. You don't have to go into a career break wanting to change your whole life, but it's gonna happen anyway. It's gonna happen. And I hope that you make this a priority now so that you don't think it's too late. What I read on Crystal's post was that she waited too late to do this. And I'm like, girl, you're doing it. It's not too late, right? You're doing it right now. You're living it right now. It's not too late. As long as we're here, it's not too late to get started. We just have to decide that now is the time, right? I'm not into super woo-woo stuff. Right, or I don't know a lot of woo-woo talk, but I do know about being present in the present, right? Being present in the present. I came to my own realization this week that I was spending a lot of time trying to recapture the past, right? Trying to fit into an old clothing size is my like constant state of being. I'm always looking at old pictures like, oh, I remember when I was this size. The gag is when I was that size, I thought, oh, I wish I could go back to the other size, right? But I've been living my life as a woman, always in a state of wanting to get back to an old clothing size instead of being present in the body that I'm in right now. Okay, I'm in this body. It does these things. It looks real good, okay? And I don't need to always be living for the past. We can't always be living for the past. We can't always be living for the future. We've got to be in the present. This is what the yoga girls teach me, right? The meditation and affirmation girls teach me. The Nidra yoga friends teach me how to be present in the present. Being able to take a career break where you're not focused on work and your job and your career, you're not focused on making and earning money, you're not focused on being the savior of the world or democracy or any of those things, right? Where you're focused on what do I want? And who do I want to be? And who have I been, right? Where you're focused on these things are what makes career breaks so amazing for Black women. It starts out being, for most of us, about I need to get away from this job. Whether it's forever or for just a little bit. I need to get away from this job. This job is going to kill me. A lot of Black women's jobs are killing them, right? I don't think we need to pretend like that's not the case. But it's even more than that. The career break is even more than a break from the career, okay? It's also a break from the entire life that you have today that you didn't choose. A lot of our lives, I'm American, right? A lot of our lives are things that we didn't choose for ourselves. Having to be a homeowner, having to have this luxury car, having to have being into these designer goods. A lot of that is not from inside of us, right? It's external stuff that we have been told is the way to go. And a career break is an opportunity to sit back and shed, cull, declutter, all that stuff. Not just your work mind, but yourself. Declutter. You can declutter yours. There's such a thing as decluttering yourself. Decluttering your beliefs, decluttering your understandings, decluttering your fears, decluttering your assumptions. We can declutter all of that stuff on a career break. And that is what, when Black women take a career break, that is what stays with them. Some Black women take a career break and go back to work. Now, most don't go back to work the same way because we're doing it wrong. We're doing it wrong in the United States. So most Black women don't go back to the same grind, don't go back to the same hustle. So glad about that. But some Black women do go back to work. Some Black women go do something like I did and start a new business that's kind of related to what they know how to do already. Some Black women learn a whole new thing. Some Black women get into investing, something else, so that they don't have to work that same way ever again. But the real change happens in your life in 360 degrees. Work is a slice of the pie, but there is a 360-degree person who is improved, who is helped, who is served by taking a career break. I'm doing this, and I'm feeling very that, okay? I don't know how to explain it to you, but I just feel really good. I got a full night's sleep last night, which is common for me. I didn't wake up till the housekeeper started knocking on the door this morning, and all I can think about today is more. We gotta get more Black women out. We gotta get more Black women doing this. So if you've already been thinking about maybe it would be nice to take a career break, I want you to understand that because we're trained to put our needs last, okay? Because we're trained to serve other people before ourselves. Once you start thinking maybe it might be nice if, that's really an alarm bell that's telling you you need it. I don't think we're given ideas for things like this or dreams. I don't think we're given dreams that we're not supposed to pursue. Ideas, sure, you get ideas, but you don't get a dream that is not yours to pursue. right? Which is why you can look at other people and their lives and you can be like, oh, that's great for them. And I feel nothing. I feel no envy. I feel no ways, right? It's because it hasn't been imparted in you, right? Hasn't been implanted in you. When I talk about writing a book, some people are like, oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations for you. But they feel no envy, no desire to do it for themselves. Not theirs. It's not theirs to carry. It's not their dream. But when you do feel that twang, that envy, it's because that's a thing that is for you to do, right? And so if you feel that when you see people take a career break, if you look at Crystal's Instagram and you see her in the UK, just like slowing down, living life, drinking beer in the pub. If you start, I don't know if she was drinking beer, I shouldn't have said that part. If you feel a little something about that, that's an alarm bell that's telling you it's time for you to get on it, okay? We're not normally going to acknowledge these kinds of thoughts because we're trained to beat those thoughts down, suppress them, focus on your job and your family and Jesus. Focus on the world and democracy and world hunger, and focus on all these things. Don't focus on you. Once you start to feel like, I need to focus on me, that's an alarm bell that's saying now. Let me calm down. I don't want to be super, what is the word, alarmist. I don't want to be like a doomsayer, but it might be an emergency. You might be in an emergent situation. It may really, really seriously be time for you to put you first. And I think a wonderful way to do that, to get started, is a career break, okay? Money, question number one, what about money? Easy answer. There are a lot of different approaches, but they're all pretty simple, not too complicated. They may not be easy, but they are simple, right? Some women take career breaks by saving up money. Some women take career breaks by using money they've already saved for a particular thing, maybe some retirement money, maybe some money that they thought they were going to use to do X, Y, Z. Use that for your career break, especially if you think this is an emergent situation. Some Black women do less work during the career break, but it's still considered a break, right? They take a job that is low stakes, a whole lot less stress, but that's enough to feed them and support them for this period of time before they maybe go back to the more stressful stuff, and maybe not, maybe pivot completely. Some Black women lean on a spouse. Let a spouse support you. You take a career break and then your spouse takes a career break. Some Black women pull out money from investments. Some Black women crowdsource and rely on their community. This particular community on this YouTube channel is giving money to Black women to take career breaks. We sent $25,000 to Maisha Francis, January 2023. And this year we're sending money to Alicia Renice so that they can take career breaks. Some people crowdfund their career breaks. There are a lot of different ways to do it. I'll link to some videos in the description of this video to help you hear from Black women ways that they've approached their career breaks, okay? I want to add in that house sitting is a viable option. If you're a friend of animals, if you like cats or dogs, house sitting and pet sitting is a way for you to get free accommodation so that you don't have to pay for a place to stay. If that makes a career break a whole lot more accessible, a whole lot more realistic to you, I recommend house sitting. I still house sit. I've been a house sitter since 2017. I wish I was house sitting now because I'm paying for this place and it's not free, right? House sitting is a realistic option for a lot of Black women. My new house sitter toolkit is in the description of this video at housesit.vicarious.com/toolkit. I'll link in the description of this video to my new house sitter toolkit. It's also a super wonderful way to give yourself a career break, okay? One more time, I want you to understand, if you're thinking you want a career break, you need a career break, okay? Please let me know in the comments of this video if one of these money options seems more realistic for you, or if it's one that you've already done. Have you already taken a lower stakes, maybe lower paying job, so that you could have a break from the more stressful work that you were doing? Have you pulled out from investments? Have you saved up the money just through regular saving things? How have you or would you approach your own career break? Share in the comments. It's really helpful for people to see other people's paths or other people's ideas. Nobody else's path is going to be the right path for you, but their idea can definitely spark some ideas for you, some things that you didn't even think about, right? I didn't even mention like medical leave. There are a lot of ways that women have been doing this, okay? So let us know in the comments if you have one to add in. Okay, also please hit the like button on this video if you liked it. Share it with a Black woman who you think would want a career break, who may not know that it's realistic, that it's possible for her. Hit the like button and then share this video out. That really does tell YouTube that you think YouTube should suggest it to other Black women. Okay? If we want this to spread, if we all want to be sitting on our decks in the morning, seeing other Black women out doing the same thing, nothing, right? Then let's help YouTube help us. Let's help YouTube spread the word by hitting the like button and then sharing this video somewhere with someone, with another Black woman, okay? All right, I appreciate you so much for watching this video. I hope that you take it to heart. I hope that you sit with it. Sit with it for a few minutes or a few hours and think on what a career break could possibly do for you. And think about why you've been given this urge, right? Why you're feeling this desire and what that possibly could mean. I don't want to be I don't want to use scare tactics, but for some of us, it is an emergency. And we need to treat it like it's an emergency, okay? All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.